What is Christmas to an atheist? Well, to this atheist, Christmas is celebrating life with family and friends and presents and food. I can say with confidence that Jesus is not the reason for the season, since we all know that Jesus' people stole the holiday from a previously celebrated pagan holiday while viciously slaughtering every other pagan who chose not to believe in their corpse on a stick as a path to salvation. So saying it's about Jesus is really just being dishonest, and as it was never his holiday to begin with, and those pagans may have even taken the holiday from earlier people. And it also serves as a symbol of the genocide Christians are able to justify themselves doing by demonizing other regular people just like themselves who happen to have a different answer to the God question. So as a decent human being, I cannot ever credit this season to a group of genocidal slave masters, and I strongly urge others to do the research into the mindsets of the humans that invented what they believe today, to actually read the Bible and see what kinds of the worst behavior in human history they're actually supporting. But all those other things I mentioned in the first sentence, celebrating life with family, friends, presents, and food, those are the important reasons for the seasons. Those are the real reasons for the season. Since we don't need to appease or convince the sun or any spirit or any deity to give us our spring weather back anymore, we just need to celebrate the awesome chances against our survival and that we are still here, still celebrating a ritual that was probably started a few 100,000 years ago by our ape ancestors that had just enough brain power to probably have conscious thought, but not enough, to be as where we are right now. But we're still probably literally terrified that winter would never end and that the world was ending. And so they probably, after all their hunting, they gathered all together, gathered all the food they got, shared all the food all around a fire for warmth, and probably had a lot of ape sex as well. This is all speculation, and I'm not certain when fire came onto the scene, 100,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, maybe only 1,000 years ago. I don't know. Well, not 1,000. But can you seriously see this not being the case? If you're not one of those people who thinks ignoring facts is a good thing, at least. But that in itself is just amazing, that a holiday like this is probably rooted back to the times before even the Homo sapiens species evolved and branched off to become as we are today. And I think that's worth celebrating. We're still here. Although, with some of the things us people have done in this world to other people and to this world, us being here may not always be the best thing to celebrate. But fuck it, we celebrate it anyway. Because we love food, we love warmth, we love gifts, and we love being with people who love us. All of our evolutionary needs are being satisfied if we have someone to be physical with as well. It's good for us to feel good for the sake of feeling good every once in a while. We are just human organisms trapped within our own instincts, our instinctual reactions to things, which can be good, like an evolutionary need to help other people in hard times to prolong our own survival, and bad instincts, such as ancient survival-based bigotry against anything different. And it's up to us, with our conscious thinking brains, evolved over these millions of years, billions of years, to decide which instincts we should follow and which to struggle against to maintain a society as peacefully and safely as possible. I think I just defined morality here. Anyway, the most common thing I hear when I argue my points is, but without the mystery, we lose the feeling. But no, again, we are human organisms trapped within our own instinctual reactions. Let me give you an example. People who love scary movies know that they're movies. They know they're not real, and often know exactly how the makeup or special effects are applied to fake them into being scared. And many of those same people still jump and scream and hold their partner a little bit tighter at those scary scenes. We can trick ourselves by manipulating our own instinctual reactions, setting up the situation so that our emotions can take over and give us the impression that we are experiencing something real or special. That's also the main thing that goes behind the whole, I had a feeling, Jesus is in me. You set up the situation with a lot of people talking energetically, a lot of people are going to get that energy and let their emotions take over. And we all know when emotions take over, they're not exactly the most intelligent deciders in our brain. But anyway, we know Christmas is a myth. We know gods are a myth. These are just ironclad facts. We obviously, I guess I can't say that I know 100% that there is no God, but I know that the gods that have been written about on this planet so far are all mythical. Where was I? But yes, we know that's all myth, but that doesn't mean it has no meaning. It doesn't take away its mystery or good feelings. It's a time when humans who are evolutionarily prone to having the happy hormones pump through their bodies when there are people they like, when people give them things they like, when people give others things that other people like, when we share big feasts of food, when we eat, and for many others, big feasts of sex, to celebrate all those things by indulging consensually in them. I think it's a necessary diversion from the drudgery of our truthfully meaningless lives. The only meaning we should be concerned with is that you, individually, as a person, what makes you feel happy? Figure out whether that causes any harm to others or not, and if not, to pursue this thing that makes you feel happy. That is the meaning of life, folks. And Christmas is a microcosm of all the things that make us organisms feel those happy feelings. So Merry Christmas. Yes, I still call it Christmas, just because as a child it was always called Christmas, and the positive associations with the word growing up far outweigh the negative aspect of it being related to such a hateful religion. I am just an evolved ape, after all, as we all are. I am subject to my instinctual reactions, and when you're a kid you absorb and form all your associations. Well, most of the big associations. And they stick with you hard. It's why I believe there's still so many adults who believe in such ridiculous religious stories. We're all just grown-up ape kids and they associated their religion with something they have to think is true, or someone will punish them if they don't. Coercion. Never a sign of anything truthful. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and celebrate as you wish, for what reason you wish. So long as you yourself are not causing any harm or genocide and are celebrating life and warmth and companionship with those you love, that's all you need to concern yourself with. Food and gifts and sex are awesome cherries on the cake, not necessarily required. As I think the gifts to kids was tacked on by clever religious officials to further solidify the positive childhood association between Jesus and getting presents, aka a form of brainwash. But what person doesn't like receiving cool stuff? All we have to do is get rid of the unnecessary and morally deplorable Christian distortions on the holiday and remember to celebrate each other for who we are. Don't take the celebration and put it off to some sky being that doesn't even care about us. We are here. Care about us. We're the only ones that can care for each other. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, I don't know. I apologize if that was offensive. Didn't mean that offensively. Merry Kwanzaa or Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Saturnalia, one of the original versions of this holiday. Just celebrate each other. Happy life. And yeah, I guess that's it.